Welcome to Cafecito. So today Cafecito is going to be talking about safety and just resources that we want to bring to you. So we have Mr. Gino Garcia here to talk to you guys about this wonderful project that I want to share with you guys. Mr. Ramirez is also here. Don't forget, we want to see you on Wednesday. We want to hear your comments, your questions. So listen up and we'll see you on Wednesday. So Mr. Garcia.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you all for being present. And yeah, my name is Gino Garcia. I work for Ecology Action. We're an environmental nonprofit based out of Santa Cruz. And we're bringing today some really important information about a project that's currently underway in the city of Salinas, the Safe Routes to School plan. And this is a project in collaboration with the transportation agencies for Monterey County, City of Salinas, the Health Department for County of Monterey, Ecology Action, and also the 4 school districts that operate in Salinas, Santa Rita Union being one of them. We're working with 44 schools in Salinas, and the goal really for this project is to make neighborhoods around each of the schools a little bit safer for our students or families who are walking or riding their bikes or even driving to school. So today I'd like to offer some information about this project, and in a few minutes we'll have the opportunity also to open it up for conversation and to share those experiences you've had, those risky experiences, right, where we've had maybe close encounters with cars, and just talk about risky areas around our schools. So what is Safe Routes to School? This is a national movement, and what it aims to do really is make it safer and easier for students to walk, use their bicycle, take public transportation, or carpool to school. And the approach for this project is a school-based approach. So the focus is really to improve safety around schools for pedestrians and bicyclists, and really also to provide a better environment for our youngsters, right, to be able to walk or bike to school. We're looking to reduce traffic congestion around schools. We were thinking about pre-COVID times, right, where, you know, as a parent, we would drive our kids to school or drop them off or pick them up. And that creates a lot of congestion around most of our schools. So part of this project, the goal is to reduce that congestion. And also by doing that, reduce the greenhouse gas emissions produced by these cars. So, you know, we're trying to have a positive impact on the environment as well. And hopefully this will provide a better environment all around for, again, our students to more safely and in a more healthier way walk from home to school. Because we're working with 44 schools in Salinas, this gives us also an opportunity to not only have a focus to improve safety around schools, but just have an impact on the entire community, right? Looking into our neighborhoods and trying to make it safer along the routes that our students take when they're walking or biking to school. This is a little bit of information about the timeline for this project. So this project is scheduled to wrap up in late 2022 with a final plan that will be presented to the city of Salinas that includes a list of all the comments that we've gathered from the public, as well as a list of recommendations for each of the 44 participating schools. Now, between then and now, what we're doing is we're providing presentations just like this one to each of the 44 schools, trying to get feedback from the community, which is really the more critical part of this project. We want this project to be a project that the community wants versus us coming and saying what the community needs, right? So we want to get that public input. We want to hear from you. We want to know what your concerns are when you're walking down the street or riding your bike. So those presentations are currently underway. We also have scheduled walking audits with each of the schools so that our team of engineers can come and, in person view what the infrastructure looks like around the schools and also in the neighborhoods. So we scheduled that with schools. We're sending out links for surveys so that you can complete it. Please take a couple of minutes. It's a really quick survey. You just fill it out, provide your comments there, and it's critical information that we can use to develop this project. And then in the fall of next year, we have these exciting projects that we set up on a temporary basis. We call them pop-ups. And what they are is just temporary crosswalks, for example, or temporary curb extensions, or temporary bike lanes that we lay out for maybe a couple of weeks or a month, just so that the public can get a sense of what they feel like, what kind of impact they would have, how they could provide a little bit more safety for walkers or bikers. And then we gather feedback from these pop-ups as well. So once we gather feedback from there, from these presentations or surveys, we gather all this feedback, and then we present that information to our consultants, our engineers, who then analyze the information and provide a list of recommendations for improvements, which then gets included in the final plan that then gets presented to the city in late 2022. So the outcomes for this plan, pretty straightforward. We're trying to identify the risky areas, the barriers to walking and biking, and then at the same time identify solutions for improvements. The goal also is to develop cost lists for the city, priority lists, so that the city can take a look at all the recommendations and all the potential projects, and hopefully identify quick wins and build projects that could be done sooner rather than later. And then just as a note, right, this project is a planning project, so no construction will happen coming out of this project. But what this project does is that it really prepares cities, the city of Salinas, when they go out and seek funding to build any of these projects, right? It really prepares them with good information for the folks who are providing the funds. So as we get closer here in a few moments, we'll be able to open it up for a conversation, for you to share, what your concerns are and that kind of thing. Here are some points to consider. Think about pre-COVID, right? Hopefully our students will be going back to school in the near future, so we'll be seeing some of the same patterns that we saw in the past, same traffic patterns, same congestion, right, or similar. So think about that. Think about, the impact of crossing guards, right? How they increase safety for our pedestrians or drivers. Do you see cars speeding down the street around the school? Maybe students being dropped off where they shouldn't be. And then also, if we ride bikes, right, are we wearing the appropriate protection, helmets, that kind of thing? So think about those items as we move into our conversation and provide feedback. Before we jump in, just want to let you know that if you think of any other feedback that you'd like to share, maybe beyond this presentation, please visit us at ecoact.org/planning Salinas. There you can sign up for updates of this project. You can also provide feedback there. You can participate in our survey. Please do so. It only takes a couple minutes. And if you prefer just talking to someone live, please give us a call directly at 831-515-13. Well, thank you so much for being present today, and thank you for listening in. That's it for the presentation.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Garcia. And I just want to add, as we're wrapping up the Cafecito, here at GB, we always talk about the pillars of character. It's a thing that we've been talking about as a district for the past, I want to say 4 years. So one of those pillars being civic work, right? Taking care of your community. This is your opportunity to make sure that you're involved, that you give your input, that we show our students we want to better our community. So please be part of the survey. Come back to us on Wednesday with comments, questions, so we could have that conversation, and we could maybe even answer your comments and your questions then. And we want to hear from you. So let's make sure that we get involved so our community gets improved.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, absolutely, parents, take advantage of the opportunity that here you're being given a seat at the table for your input to be heard. It's very important what your experience, we all see we all see everything from our experience. You're the parents that are sending your kids to our school, that are dropping them off. Tell us how we can make that a safer way. So please know that your input will be heard, and they will listen to it very, very carefully. We're filming this on a Friday, Cafecitos on Wednesday. We're going to send it out to you today with the links for these surveys. They don't take a long time. And then please join us on Wednesday for the live Q&A at 2:00 on Wednesday, so that we can, in person answer, address any concerns that you may have. Like I said, this is your seat at the table. Please go ahead and accept it.
Yeah, great points. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for being present, and thank you for allowing the information that we presented.
Very important project. Thank you so much.